YouTube, back at it again with another banger video. And this time we're covering Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 10. This is not the final fight with the Anti-Monitor, but we are nearing the end of the book. There's 2 chapters left after this one, so we're getting near the end. Last we left off at the end of issue 9, you'll remember that Psimon had been hiding aboard Brainiac's ship. And when Lex Luthor and Brainiac made their plans known, he stepped out of the shadows and seemingly killed Brainiac. His plan is to usurp them and carry on their plans, but with him in charge. So let's just dive right in. Now you'll notice that this issue has this subplot, this sub-story going on at the bottom of each page. We're just going to ignore that for the most part. I've gone through and read it all and reread it all, and there's not much there. It's just it's Harbinger, Lila, reading over Monitor's notes and making a recording of it, like a video log. That's something that Monitor had done before he died. He was going through and just chronicling this crisis that's been going on. And since he's dead, Lila has decided to continue his work. So that's what's going on down here. So we pick up right where we left off with Brainiac dead. Lex Luthor is afraid for his life. Psimon is about to kill him when he gets shot from behind. Brainiac has a separate body. Since Brainiac's ship is part of him and he's part of his ship, there's nothing that can go on board the Brainiac head ship that Brainiac isn't aware of. So Brainiac had built this body and just waited for Psimon to make his move before taking action. And I believe that Simon's really dead. I don't think we see him again after this. This is the last appearance of that character for now. I mean, they brought him back since this comic, obviously, but for now, he's gone. We see the red wave of antimatter that was released after Flash destroyed the antimatter cannon has been seen on every world and throughout time on every world. We see Anthro is witnessing it. Last time we saw him was in Crisis number 2. We see down here, we're taken to Earth 4, where chemo is polluting the ocean's waters of this planet. And we saw this last issue too, where Aqua Girl had been poisoned by the radiation in the water. Now we're seeing Negative Woman of Doom Patrol. She wraps herself around chemo and squeezes so tightly that he shatters. And he's dead too. He's killed. And we're reminded that Aqua Girl had been poisoned. He's still hoping that there can be something done for her to save her. Meanwhile, Black Adam is fighting Dove and Robot Man, who's also from the Doom Patrol. Black Adam's turned to Crystal, and Robot Man says that they should take this opportunity to kill him, but Dove, the pacifist, says that they can't attack him while he's incapacitated like that. We're then taken to Earth S, that's the Captain Marvel Shazam world, where it has been completely taken over by ice. And Billy Batson and his friends are being held there. They have a gag over him. And the heroes from Earth 1 and 2, after taking the cosmic treadmill to these other surviving 3 Earths, they're there to rescue him. And we see that Atom, he has a sword, and he's cutting the gag off of Billy Batson, and he's like, they told me to save this kid. I don't even know why I'm doing it. But he cuts the gag off, and he soon learns why. Billy says the magic word, turns into Captain Marvel. Then we get quick snapshots of the other Earths and what's going on there. Everyone's fighting off the takeover. Then Spectre appears, and everyone halts what they're doing, and they just stare up at him. He causes, like, everyone's so shocked to see him. He says that the Anti-Monitor still lives, and the destruction of all the universes is at hand. He says that the Anti-Monitor has fled from this era, retreated to the past, before life evolved, before this earth was formed. He has traveled to the very dawn of time itself. From there, he will change the course of all time. No longer will there be positive matter, only antimatter will prevail. All earths, all universes, all life will be eliminated. While your foe remained in the antimatter universe, I was powerless, but I observed. The Monitor recruited all people, heroes and villains, not to fight amongst themselves, but to combine their awesome powers. Half must travel to the beginning of time, the others must go to the planet Oa, where history must be changed. There must be cooperation, or all life is doomed to non-existence. Decide now, or there will be no second chance. So, Lex Luthor talks about it with Brainiac. Brainiac realizes that he has to cooperate, or else his life is in danger too. All the heroes and all the villains, they gather in Death Valley on Earth 1. And they bring, different machines, different spacecrafts. And Superman from Earth 2 is saying goodbye to his Lois. Jay Garrick, the Flash from Earth 2, and Wally West, Kid Flash, they're both suiting up. They're going to power these machines and send half of the characters back to the dawn of time, and the other half of the characters to Oa. So essentially the same thing that they did last issue with the Cosmic Treadmill, only now they're doing it on a bigger scale. And it's revealed that Wally West has been dying. The reason that he retired from being Kid Flash and from being in the Teen Titans was because he learned that using his super speed was killing him. Now he's keeping this secret from everyone because he doesn't want anyone to worry about his own well-being. He knows that he has to use his powers to save the universes. So all of this is just being kept secret from everyone. One of the metal men is using himself as a conductor for the electricity and attaching himself to all the different time vehicles. He's going to harness the energy and conduct it. Here's the Flash, here's Kid Flash saying, "If all those years with the Flash or alongside the Teen Titans taught me anything, it's that some things are more important than your own life." Here we go to Brainiac back in his ship. He's calculating the odds of their own survival. Back in Atlantis, Aquagirl has died. She was poisoned by chemo, and this picture is of a woman crying underwater. And you can see like the tears flowing out sideways. That's just funny to me because you wouldn't see that. Here, all the characters are traveling back to the dawn of time, and when they arrive, they're in this white void with the Anti-Monitor, like he's been waiting on them. And we see that he has Pariah in his clutches there. That's where Pariah was teleported back at the trial at the UN. Anti-Monitor explains that he was waiting for them because he needs to sap their power to create a new antimatter universe, one that's going to replace the positive matter universe, so that only antimatter will exist for all time. That's what he's explaining here. All the superheroes try and attack him. It really doesn't do much good. Batman and Robin are there, serving no purpose whatsoever. Moral support, I guess. They're just cheerleaders, basically. all the villains are teleported back to Oa 10 billion years ago. This is when the multiverse was created, and when the scientists tried to learn the secrets of the universe, created the antimatter universe. So they're going back in time to stop that from happening. We see that they get close. Mirror Master has a plan, but the scientist who discovered the multiverse, he ends up catching them and stopping them from destroying this monitor. So the anti-monitor, he starts sapping their power, and we can see the swirl of a new universe being formed. But then, suddenly, a hand reaches out and grabs the anti-monitor's wrist, and it's the Spectre. This, to me, is the best fight in the book. This isn't the final fight, but in my opinion, this is better than the final fight. We see that all the magical characters who hadn't attacked yet, they all lock hands and channel their energy into the Spectre. We see this screen from Oa. This is the reverse side of the scientist's screen. We see them peering back into the beginning of time. This is the event that we saw in an earlier issue that caused the creation of the antimatter universe. This time we're seeing it from the opposite side, like a reverse angle. And they're afraid that it hasn't worked. They keep saying, more power, I need more strength. And the entire universe cracks like glass and shatters. And that's the end of this issue. So, what happened? Join us next time for issue 11, the penultimate episode. Thanks for watching. See you then.